Alright, I'm a little in a different position this time, but... Hey everybody, it's your boy the Tatermeister here. With a new movie review, Civil War, by Alex Garland. Now, I'm gonna say right off the bat, I don't recommend this movie. In fact, yeah. I'll get into the problems soon, but... Yeah, don't expect a glowing review from me here this time. This isn't that. Okay, so I went to this movie with Brian and my friend Destiny, Brian's girlfriend. And, there were some trailers for it. I was pretty excited. I'm like, okay, a Civil War movie. Pretty cool. This could be good on paper. No. Not really, because they didn't execute it well. Okay, so... What are the positives? Like, here's the positives. I'm going to go to the positives first. Jesse Plemons when he's on screen. Now, the one scene with Jesse Plemons in this film is the best scene in the movie. Hands down. Like, his scene alone is fantastic and super tense. Like, I was glued when he was on screen. Unfortunately, he only has the one scene in the movie, and that's it. So if you expected... He's in the trailer, but he's not in the movie that much, which... I was kind of let down by. I'm like, okay, that was your best actor, and you literally didn't use him at all. Okay. Another thing is, what other positives can I say? I like some of the ideas. Creative-wise, there's some good ideas here. Like, on paper, this could have been really well done. But... No... Should I just get to the negatives already? No, I'll list some more positives. Because I don't think this movie was bad, per se. It had some good moments. I like some of the characters' interactions. Some of them. Like, they had good interactions, but they weren't... You know what? I need to get to the negatives soon. I'm avoiding them. There's good interactions and some good ideas. Again, there's good ideas implanted in this movie here and throughout. It's just... the writing and the execution. That's what I'm going to get to. Now we get to the negatives. So, I'm going to try to keep this brief because you can see I didn't like the movie that much. But, man. Okay, so to start, Alex Garland, why did you shoot this movie in such a weird way? Like, the audio is so weird half of the time. Like... There's ideas. I get it. He was trying to be creative, but I would have liked to hear some of the audio, some of the parts. Like, there's parts where he just cuts the audio out, or it's just editing wise. Like, what? And then pacing wise too. Like, okay. Another thing is these characters. I didn't feel anything compelling. Like, there's so many times where something dramatic happens, and I'm just like. I didn't feel anything for that moment. Like why? I mean, it's just the writing, guys. That's the main problem this movie has. Alex Garland's writing really needed work. He just needed to hire a different writer. Because I think he directed it well. I don't think the movie's made terribly. It's just the writing. Like, the story and the writing really needed work here. Like, again, the biggest thing Brian said it best. Is that they don't explain how this Civil War is even what's it even about. Like, or why they're even fighting the president, or why they killed why they're going after the president, or anything. They don't explain anything in this movie. It's just stuff happening. It's just stuff happening and you're following along. That's this movie. Like, they go on a journey, you're following along, and you're just expected to understand it. Like, that's this movie. And... me personally, I wasn't really invested. I'm just kind of like, okay. By the time the movie ended, I'm like, alright, that was it? Like, I don't know. And again, the characters really needed work. Like, I wasn't glued or attached to these characters at all. And, like, nothing got me attached to them. I'm just like, yo, Godzilla and Kong are a lizard and a giant monkey. And I'm more attached to them than these characters in Civil War. Like, human characters. And everybody's like, oh, the human characters in Godzilla's Kong aren't that good. Yet you like Civil War? It's like... Okay, well, the characters in Godzilla X Kong actually are good. Like Trapper has personality, Bernie has personality. The doctor character, played by Rebecca Hall, she has personality. The Asian girl has personality. All the characters in Godzilla X Kong had personality and distinct characteristics. These are the most cliche characters. These characters had nothing. They were flat. They had nothing. Why are people complaining about the Godzilla X Kong characters? I don't know, bro. It's like, okay, but like these guys, I don't know. They were nothing. I felt nothing for them. Like I wasn't invested in them. I wasn't compelled by them. I just felt nothing towards the end. I'm just like, okay. That was a movie. I watched it and it was just okay. Like I just didn't feel. That's the worst feeling with a movie. When I feel nothing at the end. That is just, the movie's bad. When the movie's, you feel nothing at the end. That's what I felt about Blade Runner 2. I felt nothing at the end. I'm just like, okay, I wasted my time. And that sucks, because there's some good, like Blade Runner 2, there's some good, and same with Captive State. But even Captive State, Captive State at least had good acting and good. The only good acting in this was Jesse Plemons. None of the actors really even try in this. They're just it feels like the director and the team just called it a day. Like they're like, okay, good shot, we're done. That was it. We're good. That's it. I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't know. The movie really needed work. It's by far not as good as the critics were saying it was. I don't know what the critics watched that I didn't see, or what Jeremy Jahns and Chris Stuckman and everybody else saw that I didn't see. But I don't know. It just wasn't as good as they were saying. It was fine. It had some good ideas. It had a really good scene, a really tense scene in it. Had some pretty good acting at parts. I mean, again, it had good ideas, good concepts, good things on paper. But the execution, man, I know that's always been my gripe with a lot of movies, but man, the execution in here was so bad, and the pacing is so weird, and the ideas are not done well. And it's just, and again, another thing is the comedy. They try to put some comedy elements in this thing, which which tone do you want? Do you want it to be super serious, or do you want comedy in this? Which one do you want? And I don't know. It just conflicted with each other. Is it comedic or is it serious? Which is it? I don't know. I hate when tones conflict like that. Anyway, guys, I'm just gonna get to the rating. It's a 5 out of 10. Just straight 5 out of 10. I don't know what to say about it. I'm extremely mixed on it. It's a movie I'm disappointed. On paper, this concept should have just been great. It's a civil war in modern times. That just sounds like a great movie. But Alex Garland and the team really blew their shot here, bro. It just... What were you doing? What was going on? What? I don't know. I'm disappointed. Truly. To quote that guy, I'm disappointment is immeasurable, my day is ruined. That's this movie. It's even worse than Captive State. 'Cause at least Captive State, it had some really good, cool scenes in it. It wasn't all bad. This movie just... It's worse than Captive State because it's just insulting. Honestly, it's insulting because it's this movie could have been really good. But it's just man, they didn't even try to make it really good. They're just throwing in the towel. Okay, we shot it and we called it a day. Frustrating. But anyway, guys, I mean, if people like the movie, that's great. I'm not going to diss you if you like the movie, but me personally, I just wasn't impressed. I want to get to a movie next movie I'm going to review is something I'm really passionate about, and a movie that most people agree is amazing. This movie, no, this is my first bad review of the year. But I wanted to review it to just warn you guys, this isn't exactly as good as people are saying. I need to get my thoughts out there. And yeah, I was disappointed. Again, there's good stuff in it. It's just not... It's a very strange movie. It's just I'm very mixed on it. 5 out of 10. Just straight 5 out of 10. That's what I'm going to give it. So, alright, guys. That's all I got to say. Again, when Godzilla and Kong, a literal monkey and a giant lizard, are more compelling than the characters in the movie, you know there's a problem. Like, Planet of the Apes, you know? Planet of the Apes series. They're apes. They're more compelling and have better expression and personality than Civil War. Like, something's wrong here. I don't know. There's something wrong here. I'm just saying. Okay, maybe I'm probably not going to watch the rest of Alex Garland's catalog now. I don't know. Alex Garland, you need to step up your game, man. I'm not going to watch the rest of your movies now. This is the first movie I watched from him, by the way. Never seen any Alex Garland movie up to this point. But probably not going to now. Probably not going to now. Alright. Anyway, Tatum Ice is signing out. See ya.